Okay guys, so if you already have in your possession any of those items here, either a mirrorless or DSLR camera like this Sony a7 III, ideally with a wide lens, or a gimbal camera like this one, or an action camera with image stabilizer, or a 360-degree camera like this one, or perhaps a drone with a 4K camera at the front. Like I said, if you have any of those items here, you are already sitting on a gold mine. Now, with just a few hours per week to spare, you can turn all that gear into real money by providing real estate photography to either realtors or homeowners wanting to sell fast. I mean, it's a well-known fact that real estate agents are constantly busy, so they definitely don't have time to go around and take pictures themselves. And for the homeowners, well, they're too busy thinking about selling the house without having to worry about taking professional pictures. And this is exactly where you come in. So today I'm going to show you how you can build a simple website with a powerful booking system so that you can turn your spare time and your gear into extra income. And you'll end up with a beautiful website like this one with a very professional looking hero section, clearly stating the type of services that you provide and the areas that you cover. And then if you scroll down the page, you have a list of the different services that you provide, for instance, photography, 360-degree tour, drone footage, and video editing. And then I'm going to show you how to implement email marketing on your website to turn your visitors into buyers, a short about us section, and finally a call to action section right here to access your booking system, which will bring them to this dedicated landing page. As you can see by the side, about us, so a bit of information about yourself. If you scroll down, you have the contact and business hours and also your social media icons. Right here, sample of your work, so you can click on any of those images and zoom in and zoom out, display them in full screen as a gallery or autoplay as well. Go back to the top and you can also upload sample videos to showcase your editing skills, like this one here. As you can see, beautiful rendering, absolutely fantastic and very professional indeed. And finally, we have our booking system here in the middle where they can book directly your services online. And then from here, select a date, let's say Saturday, in the evening, perhaps at 6 p.m. Scroll down and select the services that you want. As you can see, the base package is $199. This is for professional real estate highlight package, and you can add extras, for instance, drone footage, 360-degree tour, and also cinematic promo video. Total cost $996, and simply click continue to place the order. And from the back end, you'll be able to see all your different bookings either as a calendar view or as a list. Okay, let's get started. Excellent. So step number one is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, open your favorite web browser and simply type in mrweb.tv/photography and then press enter. And this will bring you to this dedicated landing page that we have with Hostinger. And again, as you can see, by using the link, you can save up to 75% off your hosting plans. So starting price $2.99 plus 2 months free. If you want to claim the deal, click on this button here. And now you can choose among 3 different hosting plans. You have Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup. So what's the difference between those 3? Well, it's the amount of resources available and the performances. But don't worry, you can start with the Premium one. If you need more resources, you can always upgrade to the next one up when needed. Now, for such a small price of just $2.99 per month, you get a lot of free goodies as well. Like for instance, you get a free domain name valued at $9.99 per year already. So this is a big saving. Unlimited bandwidth, free backups, free email hosting, free SSL certificate. So all these features normally are premium features that you have to pay for. And all of these, again, are included completely free for just a small cost of $2.99. And now all you have to do is select one of those plans. So let's start with the premium plan as an example here. And now from here, you need to select your billing cycle. So let me zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, you can lock this price in of $2.99 per month for 48 months. Now you can select a shorter period, maybe 24 months, same price as well, or maybe 12 months, again $2.99 as well. So obviously, if you lock this in for 48 months, this is where you save the most money, $432 worth of savings. So that's quite a lot, to be honest, you know. Now on top of this, I have a coupon code. So here type Mr. Web, all in capital letters, and apply for an extra 10% discount on top. As you can see now, that's 85% in total, costing you only $129 for the full 4 years. And then from here, all you have to do is click continue and proceed to checkout. And once you've gone through the checkout process, it's going to ask you how you want to build your WordPress website using AI or use a template or theme. So we're going to use a theme here. So we're going to use Astra. So click select. And then from here, select any of those templates. So don't worry if they don't look exactly the way you want. You can customize everything top to bottom, you know. So some of them are dedicated already, like this one here is finance, this one is gardening and things like this. But again, if it's not specifically the same template that you want, don't worry, you can customize everything. I'm going to show you in a few minutes how to do so. So some of them are multi-purpose templates. So like this one here, for instance, as you can see, there's no real images attached to it. So you can turn this around exactly the way you want. So let's go ahead with this one as an example. Okay, so let's click select, and from here deselect all the plugins. We don't need any of those at the minute, so click next. Excellent. And again, you get one free domain name with hosting us. So this is absolutely amazing. So to register your domain name, simply type in the domain name that you'd like to register. So in our case, maybe Mr. Web Photography, okay, or something like this, and see if it's available. Very good. As you can see, mrwebphotography.com is available. Now, obviously, .com is the most popular one. So depending on what domain you want to register, it might not be available. You might have to look for different variation of it. Okay. So once you're happy enough, simply select the domain name you want to register and click next. And now it's going to start installing WordPress for us. And as you can see, this might take a few minutes. Very good. And once WordPress is installed, you'll be redirected to this page. So this is to edit the home page, but this is not what we're going to take care of now. So click on the WordPress logo, go back to the WordPress dashboard. And first, let's take care of our essential settings. So for this, we go to settings, we go to general. So right here on top, you have the site title. So type your site name, you know, a company name, business name, or whatever you want to call it, obviously, you know. So we're going to keep Mr. Web Photo. So this is pretty clear and pretty self-explanatory. And then you have the tagline. So the tagline is important, obviously, for your visitors, but also for SEO purposes, because Google will fetch this tagline as a keyword. So it's important to insert keywords here, obviously, you know. So you could have a tagline that looks something like this: professional real estate photography in Dublin and surrounding areas, book online now. So obviously anyone landing on your website would know exactly what it is that you have to offer, obviously, you know. And then the site icons. So that's the small icon that displays next to your address bar here in your web browser. So you can choose one. So I'm just going to upload one. So select file. And then I have one ready here. So this should be a square image. So ideally 512 by 512. So open and then set as site icon, then skip cropping. Very good. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. So underneath here, make sure that the admin email address is correct. And here it's all local settings. So you have the time zone, your language, your date format, etc., etc. Okay. And then save changes. And next we go to permalinks and make sure that it's set to post name. So again, this is very important for SEO purposes, but also for your viewers. So if you were to create a page, for instance, an about us page, it would show up like this: yourdomainname.com/about-us, which is very easy for visitors to know exactly where they are on your website. Okay. And then here, save changes. Very good. So by the side, we have the Lightspeed cache. So this is a caching plugin to speed up the website, the loading speed. Now we're going to disable this as we work on the website first. So we go to plugins, we go to installed plugins, and locate this one. So it should be here, Lightspeed Cache, and simply click deactivate. And then once you are ready to launch the website, reactivate it, and that's basically it. Okay, so that's just done with the initial settings. So let's have a quick look at our website in the front end. So hover on the name, visit site, right click, open in a new tab, and there it is. So again, don't worry about what it looks like at the minute. We're going to customize this, obviously, you know, to fit our own taste, colors, and requirements, obviously. So what we need now is to install our main plugin, our booking plugin. So for this, we go to this website here, Envato Marketplace. And as always, I'll leave all links in the description below. Now, the beauty of this system here, it's one of the most comprehensive solutions available on the marketplace, and it's only $29 US, which is great, like, you know. So again, all you have to do is to purchase this. This is literally the only investment with your hosting plan that you need to purchase upfront in order to have your website up and running. Once you've purchased this, go to your downloads, and right here, click download and select installable WordPress file only. Click on that and save this on your hard drive. And now we can go back to our WordPress dashboard, and we are already in the plugin section. If you're not here, you can click on add a new plugin. upload plugin, choose file, and select the file we just downloaded. Okay, then open, install now. Very good. And now activate plugin. Perfect. So normally you should see now by the side additional tabs like businesses, etc., which is perfect. And now to receive payments, if you want to get paid upfront, you can install WooCommerce. So we're going to do that together, obviously, you know. So add new plugin again. And here in the search bar, look for WooCommerce, just like this. And it should be the first one here on top by automatic. Install now. And activate. Excellent. And now we can start configuring our main plugin. So this is basically our business. Okay. So you can see by the side you have businesses. So if you click on this, so as you may have noticed, this is plural, so businesses. So this is normally to build a multi-vendor marketplace, but in our case, it's just going to be ourselves, obviously, you know. So there's a few steps we are going to have to take regardless, even though it's our own business, we're going to have to create a few things as if it was a multi-vendor marketplace. But don't worry, I've got you covered. We're going to go through all the steps one by one, okay? Now, before we can add the business, we need to create categories. So like I said, normally this is for multi-vendor marketplace, but that plugin is only $29 US. So don't worry, we're going to make it work for us as a single business owner. Okay. So normally when you add categories here is to categorize those different businesses in the different fields that they are or industries. But in our case, we can use the area of specialization. So for instance, we have DSLR camera, mirrorless camera, maybe action cam or gimbal or drones or something like this, you know. So we can add this to the list. And the reason why is because it will show up in the front end so they can see immediately what sort of specialties and expertise we have. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. So let's start maybe with drone footage. Okay, just like this. And then maybe interior photography as well. So here I'm going to put capital I, okay, and then add new category. And we could have maybe as well 360-degree footage. Now, since we have interior photography, we could have exterior photography as well. And then enter. Since we have a gimbal perhaps, or an action cam with stabilizer, we could have maybe cinematic introduction or something like this. And then add. Very good. So let's keep this as our main categories for now. And then we have amenities and tags as well. So we're not going to make use of this. So amenities is normally for, I don't know, a waiting room or maybe a snack bar or something like this that you have in your premises. In our case, it doesn't apply. So we absolutely need categories to be able to create a business. So this is why we had to create categories. So now we go to all businesses here and we can create our business now. Okay, so click on add new business. So first we need to add our picture. So browse, upload file, select file. And for this, I'm simply going to reuse the thumbnail that I have for this video. As you can see, that's myself taking a picture with the premises in the background, which is absolutely fine, you know. So open. And then add image, perfect. And then scroll down the page and here we need to enter our details. So I'm going to put the business name. So we said Mr. Web Photography, okay. And then the phone number, so 01-234-5678. Your email address, hello@mrweb.tv. And again, as you can see, now we need to select those categories. So what do you provide? What 360-degree footage, cinematographic intro, drone footage, exterior photography, and interior photography. Okay. Now, amenities, this is not mandatory. As you can see, there's no asterisk, so we don't need to add anything here. And then we're going to add a small description. So perhaps something like this, you know, something appealing, obviously, you know. So professional real estate photography that gets results. At Mr. Web Photography, we specialize in high quality property visuals that help agents and homeowners attract more buyers, generate more interest, and sell faster. So whether you're listing a cozy apartment or luxury home, we provide crisp interior and exterior shots, 360 virtual tours, drone photography for stunning aerial views, quick turnaround time, easy online booking, and transparent pricing, and da-da-da-da, you know. So with this, obviously, this is very, very convincing, and they'll be more inclined to book a photo shoot with you, okay? So you have the map here, so we're going to disable this all together. If you have any social media platform, maybe a Facebook account, Instagram account, or even a YouTube channel, click on this and add social, okay? As you can see, you can select which one you want to add. So let's say Instagram, for instance, you know, and then here you put the address. And then again, another one, we could have maybe a Facebook, why not, you know, and then type in the address here, and perhaps you also have a YouTube account or something like this, and type the address to your channel here. Okay, very good. And then scroll down the page. As you can see, this is mandatory as well. So these are your business hours, working hours. To add your hours, all you have to do is click on this and then select from to. Okay, so maybe Monday you work from, let's say, 9 a.m. until perhaps late in the evening, 7 p.m. or something like this, or maybe 8 p.m., that's really up to you. And then do the same for the other days, perhaps something like this, maybe you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday off, and then Saturday and Sunday you're open for business, because maybe people are not at work at the time. They might show you around the house and you can take pictures of this, So scroll down the page, as you can see, you can define the time periods for each part of the day. Now it's up to you if you want to implement this. If you do so, they'll be able to select morning or afternoon. So let's do that together just to give you an idea what it's for, okay? So you could have morning time. So morning should be normally from, since you start at 9 a.m., let's select 9, and let's say until 12. And then we have afternoon, and then afternoon could be from 12 until, say, 5 p.m. okay, and then you could have evening time as well. So evening time would be from 5 till 8, okay, and this way they'll be able to select exactly what time of the day they want to book you in. And then we're going to select here maybe let's say 8 p.m. like we said, okay. So now we have a schedule broken down in 3 different sections: morning, afternoon and evening. So right here you have media, so you have your main image, your work image, a video if you have, and all of that, that's really up to you. You can add this obviously, but it's not necessary, because this section of the media we will upload ourselves on the main homepage. So there's no need to complete this now. That's really up to you. I'm going to show you in a second if you want to add them or not. You can decide for yourself, okay? So update profile for now. And let's go here on top. As you can see, I view business. So right click on this and open in a new tab. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, I have the picture here on top immediately. So I have myself holding a camera, the property in the background for sale. So we know exactly what's the story here. And by the side, you have the About Us section. As you can see, professional real estate photography, etc., etc. You have a contact and business hours, your opening hours, and your social media icons, okay? And as you can see right here underneath, we have no services at the minute because we haven't added any. Now, if you were to add those pictures, like we said here, main image, your work images in the video, they will basically show up here at the bottom. So let me show you this as an example, and then you can decide whether or not you want to add them on that page. So there you go, I've added all the media. So we have the main image, we have our work image as well, and a YouTube video. So let's have a look at our business in the front end. So again, open in a new tab. Very good. Now, as you can see, this was our featured image, our avatar picture. And now we have the featured image as well, the main image here added to it. So that's really up to you. You can show them as a slider, or you can show them here underneath as your work. So this is not too bad at all. As you can see, very professional looking. So if you click on this, it will expand in a pop-up window, and then they can have a quick look at the type of work you provide and the type of images you have, and how you can put all these properties in the bestest of light, okay? So that looks very professional, obviously, So that's really up to you again. Do you want to show this or not? All the same, no worries whatsoever. And then if you scroll back up a little bit underneath our main image, you have an icon here. So this is our YouTube video. So if you click on this, you can play the video. And there you go. This way you can basically demonstrate your work and also what you're capable of, So maybe you do drone footage or even video editing like we have here, and then you can put everything in the bestest of light and charge them even more. As you can see, that looks absolutely amazing, guys. And there's no doubt whatsoever, anyone landing on your website now will know that you are a professional, Very good. So to be honest, this is not bad as a landing page. This could actually be your homepage, There's no problem whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with this. We have the About Us, contact details, our work and all that. So all we need to add now, technically speaking, is just our services, okay? So for this, again, we go back to our business here, and now we can manage our services and then add a new service. So normally, before you can create this, you would have to create types and also make sure you have all the different staff members. But again, it's just ourselves here, so we don't have to go through all these steps. We don't have to create different roles like we would normally do and things like this, So normally you would create roles for your different employees, add your staffs, create your plans, manage your types, and finally manage your services. But because it's just ourselves here, we can skip all those steps, okay? Now, before we start adding our services, scroll down the page and you can see you have service staff. So normally that should be just yourself. And this is basically the username that will be assigned to you when you create your WordPress account. Now you might want to change this. As you can see, is David_Gary, so that's not really pleasing to the eye. I'm going to show you how you can customize this in the backend first, and then we can carry on with everything else. Okay, so go back to your dashboard here, WordPress dashboard, scroll down to users, all users, locate yourself. As you can see, David_Gary. So again, that's not really pleasing to the eye, you know. So scroll down the page, and as you can see, your first name, last name, and your nickname. So you can replace this. Okay, so I'm just going to put my name here, David Gary, and I can select how I want to display it. So just like this. Okay, scroll down the page, and now update profile. Perfect. So if you go back here now, if you refresh, normally it should display your name. That's a lot better. Otherwise, you can add a new staff and go through all the steps, but that's quite unnecessary since we already have our username as an admin as part of the website. Might as well make use of it, you know. So let's go back to the top now, and let's create our services. So there are two different ways to go about it. You can either create different plans, like for instance, bronze, and then silver, and then gold, or something like this, you know. Or you can make a basic package and add options to it. So you could have your main plan, okay, in which case you change the pricing to start at, and then you can add extra options to it. Okay, so that's really up to you. There's two different ways to go about it. I'm just showing you the two different options here. Now the way you add your plans here is the exact same both ways, you know. So I'm just going to start with a basic plan, and I'm going to add different options to it. Okay, so I'm going to give it a nice name. So professional real estate. So here could be professional real estate visuals, showcase, presentation. Let's go maybe with highlight package. Okay, so this is absolutely fine. It looks very professional and very enticing as well, you know. So the type here, again, you need to add a type. We'll do that manually, you know. So let's add maybe those three: visuals, showcase, and presentation. So that looks perfect. And now we have the duration and the pricing as well. So when you go on site, how long does it take you usually? Is it an hour, 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2.5 hours, 3 hours? Select the length and duration here. As you can see, you can select the hours and the minutes as well. So let's say maybe the basic package is just you showing up and taking pictures around the house, maybe the main rooms and all of that. Maybe this is a 1.5 hours work, okay? And the price, again, as we say, starts at. So maybe your entry level price is $199, and this is to take pictures of the house only. So there's just you showing up to the home, to the property, and taking maybe a picture of the outside, and then a few pictures of the internal pages, and nothing too fancy. $199, okay? And now you can add extra options, obviously, you know. So let's do that together. Add options, and here you can select different types. You have radio, select, and checkbox. So what's the difference? Well, they all multi-select, but the difference is radio, you can only select one out of multiple options. Select is only one out of multiple options, but it's going to be a drop-down menu like this one. And checkboxes, that's basically multi-select. So in our case here, I think checkbox is probably the best one because it'll be able to select multiple packages at once. Okay, so let's give it a name. So maybe extras or something like this. Okay, and then now we can add the different lines part of this package, all the extras. Okay, so add package line, and here we're going to add, for instance, drone footage. Okay, and this is going to take you maybe 45 minutes, not even an hour. Let's say 45 minutes altogether, and this is going to be an additional $175 US. You're going to add another package here, so maybe 360 degree tour. Okay, and again, this might take you maybe half an hour to do that, you know, and here might charge maybe 149, and here let's go 199 again, you know, just in case, or maybe 149, equal price. Okay, just like this. Very good. So this is basically what you can provide them as a raw result, and then maybe you can start editing and provide maybe some sort of photoshopping services and all that, maybe cinematic promo videos, reel or social media edit or something like this, in which case you can add an additional extra here to our main service here. Okay, so add extra option. Again, we're going to go for checkbox, and let's call this one maybe editing services, and then we can add our packages. So I'm going to add 4 of them because I found 4 different areas we could maybe promote. So for instance, we could have cinematic promo video, we could have social media reels, agent intro clip, and also branded video package. Okay, and then you need to add the time. So how long will it take to make a promo video? I suppose maybe 6 to 8 hours altogether. Social media reels, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2, let's say 2 hours altogether. Agent intro, maybe 2 hours as well, and branded video package, maybe 3 hours for this one altogether. Okay, so the price for this one, let's say $4.99 for the cinematic promo video. Social media reels, I'm going to go with $1.99. Agent intro clip, maybe $1.99 again, and branded video package, I would go maybe $3.49 or something like that. Okay, and then we can move on to our description. So perhaps something like this. So bear in mind, this will be displayed before your services, so this works as a teaser basically. Okay, so whether you're listing a cozy apartment or luxury estate, we've got a package that fits. From stunning photography to cinematic video tours, every option is designed to help your property stand out and sell faster. Again, very teasing indeed. Looking for a little extra? Check out our powerful add-ons below to take your listing to the next level. Okay, very good. So you have the featured color here. So this is basically the color that will display in your calendar when you show your schedule. Select yourself here as the main staff, and then if anything is on sale, use this as well to have maybe a sales price during maybe, I don't know, the Black Friday season or something like this. You know, you can have the sale price, the date, time, and what sort of discount you're going to offer, and then add service. Very good. As you can see, updated successfully. So if you go back to your services here, it should display here. Okay, so now let's see what it looks like in the front end. So we go back to our business again, open in a new tab. Let's have a quick look. And now if you scroll down, as you can see, visuals, showcase and presentation, one service, which is right here underneath. And now if you wanted to book this, all you have to do is to click on this. Okay, again, as you can see, this is the description. So this is a quick teaser, you know, whether you're listing a cozy apartment, So very, very important indeed. Now, as you can see, the price starts at $1.99, an hour and a half minimum starting price and starting duration. So if I click on this, as you can see, it cannot display anything because the plan has not been established. So this is an extra step we need to take. So we go back to manage services and we go to manage plans. Now that our services are in place, we can decide when we want to offer these. Okay, so add plan. So the plan basically is when are you available for business, in other words, you know. So basically here you're going to select your start and end date, and then you're going to define whether you open or close for business and for what type of services and within which hours. Okay, so replace plans with availabilities, and that's the exact same thing. Okay, so start date, let's say you start from the 1st of February until let's say maybe June or something like this, you know, and then after that you'll be on holiday, so you'll be open for service, all services, and during all business hours. Okay, so just like this, save plan. That's all we have to do. And if you go back to the home page here and refresh, let's book. And as you can see, now it's displaying everything absolutely fine. So let me zoom in a little bit. So it's going to display full screen. Perfect. And right there, you can see the first thing they have to do is to select the date when they want to book you in. So maybe for Saturday the 29th. Remember, we have this broken down in 3 different parts of the day, morning, afternoon, and evening. Maybe they want you to come in the evening on Saturday and maybe at 6 p.m. Okay. And right here, as you can see, we have the complete breakdown of the services that we have to offer. Okay. So the first one here is $1.99. So this is the professional real estate highlight package. So this is the basic package, and then they can add all these extras. Okay, so what do we have? Maybe you want drone footage. Okay, I want this. Perfect. So do you want 360-degree tour? Yes, absolutely. And also, please provide me with the full cinematic promo video. I know it's going to take 8 hours, and this is $1,000. Okay, very easy money, as you can see. And then click continue. And there you go. So now we're stuck again. We need to install our payment gateway. So this is the next step. Okay. So before we can get paid, obviously we need to install a payment gateway on our website. So again, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And for this, we are going to use WooCommerce, which is here by the side. So WooCommerce is an e-commerce plugin. So we're just going to use it for the payment feature. That's basically it, okay? So here you go to WooCommerce, we go to settings, and then from here we go to payments. Excellent. And as you can see, they have one built-in solution, which is called Woo Payments. So this is powered by Stripe. Now, the only thing here is that they're going to charge you an extra fee, which we don't want, obviously, So I'm going to show you a much more efficient way of doing so. We're going to install an additional plugin, okay? So we go back here by the side, you go to plugins, add new plugin, and right here type WooCommerce followed by the payment method that you want to implement, okay? So maybe WooCommerce and then Stripe. Just like this, okay? Or it could be WooCommerce PayPal, WooCommerce Google Pay, or Amazon Pay, or whichever other payment methods, obviously, So this is just an example again. So WooCommerce Stripe, and as you can see, you can choose among 471 different items. So how to know which one to choose? Well, it's very simple. Go by the amount of installation, obviously, and the reviews. So from experience, we know that this one is absolutely fantastic. Super easy to install and configure. So let's go ahead with this one. So install now and then activate. Excellent. So once this is done, you go back to WooCommerce, you go to your settings, you go back to payments. Perfect. And as you can see now, you have a lot of other payment methods added. You have Apple Pay, Google Pay, what else? Afterpay, and so on, okay? And the main one here, which encompasses all of them, is this one here, credit card by Stripe, okay? Now you click on manage, and now we can connect our account. So in this case, we go to API settings. Now, these steps may vary slightly depending on the payment method that you've selected. So with Stripe, you can set it as test or live mode. So first, initially set it as test, and then you can go into live mode once you've run a few tests and you're sure that your platform and your payment are coming in, okay? So all you have to do with this one is to click on this button here to connect your Stripe account, and then enter your login credentials, select your business name, and then connect. And now there's only one more step left. So we go back to businesses, we go to settings, and then you go to payments. Then right here, as you can see, there's a WooCommerce tab. Make sure you tick this box here, enabled, okay? And then how do you want to accept the payment when the status is set to on hold, processing, or completed? By default, when an order is placed via WooCommerce, it will be set as processing. So this is normally when you should receive the payment, okay? So save changes. Perfect. And now we can go back to the front end and put this to the test, okay? So we go back here and then refresh. Scroll down and let's book our professional real estate highlight package. So click on book. Perfect. So let's say again, Saturday afternoon, maybe at 3 o'clock. We said we wanted drone footage, 360 and cinematic promo review. Excellent. And now we can continue. And as you can see, now we go straight to the checkout process, and now we can enter our details. Excellent. So this is done, and then enter your credit card details. So in test mode, all you have to do is simply type 42424242. So all 42s basically, any expiry date in the future. So here I put 0428, but it doesn't matter. It could be 0629 or whatever, and then any security code, any 3-digit basically here, okay? And then place order. Beautiful. So as you can see, this is our order confirmation. We've paid $996 upfront, and they can download the invoice. Now, from your end, if you go to the back end, you go back to manage plans here, and then you go to your schedule. And then from here, as you can see, you're fully booked from the morning until late in the evening because you'll be working on this professional real estate highlight package. And then if you go to manage bookings, it's the same, but it's written version here, obviously. As you can see, this is assigned to yourself. This is phone number. This is the profits on 996. And you have different actions. As you can see, you can download the invoice. Maybe you want to bring it with you and sign it and mark it as paid once you get there, You can change the schedule if you wanted to, or cancel altogether, in which case they'll get a refund. And this is the confirmation email they will receive. As you can see, professional real estate highlight package, 996, and you have the invoice attached to it as well, as you can see here. And then they can print that themselves and maybe file that in their accounts and something like this, okay? Excellent. So now let's take care of our front end. So again, this is a multi-purpose theme, and we can customize that very easily to fit our business model. So let me show you how to do so. So we go back to the WordPress dashboard, we go to pages, all pages, and then locate your home page, which is this one here, front page. Okay, so click on it. Very good. And now we can make all our changes immediately from here. So this is the block editor, the built-in Gutenberg page editor. And as you can see, if you click on any of those items, you can easily customize it content by the side. And also by highlighting the content, you can type whatever text you want, So super easy to customize, obviously, So let's start with the top section here, which is our hero section. And obviously, this is the most important section on our website because this is the first thing that your visitors will see. So we have two different lines here. So what I would do here is to use those two different lines, the main heading and subheading, to let your visitors know exactly what is it that you do, where you're based, and why they should choose you over anyone else, obviously, So again, like we said, we had the title here. So if you go back here, we go back to our settings and general. Remember, our tagline was professional real estate photography in Dublin and surrounding areas, book online now. So this was pretty clear, If we actually work based on this model here, we would be fine normally, So we go back here and let's do that together. So again, all you have to do is basically highlight this and type the text that you want here instead of Earth and endless potential. So there you go, perhaps something like this, We don't need the dot here at the end, I think. It's fine the way it is. So as you can see, we have the main heading, so professional real estate photography, and then Dublin and surrounding areas, quick turnaround. So this is going to help you identify your target audience and qualify them immediately from the get-go. So if someone comes from, let's say, London and they see Dublin and surrounding areas, that's no use to them, obviously, and maybe I'm coming from Paris or Brussels or something like this. I'm clearly in the wrong place. But if you live in Dublin, obviously, perfect for you, you might make use of your services. So now clearly this one is a little bit too big, So what you can do is go by the side. As you can see here, you can stylize everything. So you have the content, the separator, the call to action, which is this button here, Now if you go to style, you will find prefix and title, okay? So if you click on prefix, you will find out that this is this one here on top. And then from here, you can customize basically the size. So typography is another fancy word for font. So click on this, and as you can see, you can change the font here and use the slider basically until you're happy. So I'd go maybe just about here, okay? So this is taking the full width, perfect. And we could do the same with the one underneath, which should be slightly smaller than this one. So there's a proper hierarchy, So we go to typography again, and then do this a little bit smaller, perhaps like this, okay? Now, personally, what I would do is add maybe a bit of breathing space in between those two. So again, you click on this, you go to style. As you can see, you can add margins on top and bottom. So this is bottom, so we're going to add one on top. Okay, so make sure you select the right one. So here, this is normally our title here at the bottom. So on top, we're going to add maybe a bit of breathing space. Don't know, maybe 45, maybe just about there. And now we can turn this explore button into a book now button. Okay, so all you have to do basically is to highlight the text here and then book now, okay? And obviously we need to link this to something. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. If we go to our businesses here, Mr. Web Photography, remember view business. If I open this in a new tab, this is the landing page with the booking system, okay? So what you can do basically is to fetch the URL here, Control C, and now we're going to link this, okay? So we go to general, as you can see, call to action. And right here, instead of the hashtag, insert your actual landing page, okay? So let's save this for a second and put this to the test. So we go back to the home page and refresh. Very good. So professional real estate photography, Dublin and surrounding areas, quick turnaround. Click on this, and that is working fine. Okay, let's go back to the home page. And now obviously we need to change the background image with something more in line with photography and all that, So we go back here. So click on the outer container here. As you can see, the main container itself. So normally it should display here container. This is how you know you're in the right place. And then you go to style, and as you can see, this is the image. So change image. And you can select one of those images that you uploaded earlier on, or your own picture. I'm just going to go ahead with this one as an example, and then select. Very good. As you can see, we have the image in the background. So that gives you a completely different feel now, doesn't it? Now, clearly, there is no contrast between the text and the background. So what we can do is to add what is called a color overlay. As you can see, overlay type. So click on the small paintbrush here. This is for a simple color. Select this, and then select maybe white color here, okay? And then you can select the opacity. So it goes from fully clear to fully opaque. So just find a happy medium so we can read the text, but we can still see the picture in the background. So I'm hesitating maybe between this and this one. I'll go with this one. That's plenty of contrast. That's fine. So again, save, go back to the front end and refresh. and make sure it's displaying fine. And that looks amazing already, as you can see. Perfect. So let's move on to the next section here. So this is those 3 different areas and the About Us. Okay, so back to our page, scroll down the page again, and let's take care of those 3 here. So what can we add here? Well, basically our main areas of business and the type of services that you provide, So clearly we provide photography, but also if you go back here and click on our booking system, we also provide a drone footage, 360-degree tour, and editing services. So maybe you could have emphasized all of these all at once, So if you go back here, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3 of them. Maybe you want to emphasize 4 of them, or maybe 6 of them. So if you wanted to emphasize 6, click on the outer section here, click on those 3 dots, and then duplicate. And as you can see now, we have 3 and 3, so 2 rows of 3, so 6 in total. Now, if you wanted just 4, you can delete this one and simply click on one of those internal ones and then duplicate. And there you go. As you can see, it's going to add a 4th one here. Now, if you wanted the 4 of them to be side by side in one row, you can click on the outer container here. As you can see, you have container type. Scroll down the page and you have the layout. So at the moment, the way it works is that you can add columns, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3. So all we need to do is to add another one. And as you can see, only 1 row all together. Okay, so click on the plus sign here to add a 4th one. But clearly, it's all squeezed up at the minute. So what you can do is click on the pencil here. And as you can see, it's set to 34% for the width. So obviously, 4 columns should be 25% each. Okay, so we go with 25 for this one. Okay, then go to the second one, select 25% as well, and we'll do the same with the other 2. Okay, so 25, 25, 25, and the last one here, 25 as well. So this is equally divided now. Okay, so now let's customize each and every area here. So simply click on it. As you can see, this is the info box, and let's change the picture first. So we go to general here, image icon, and then change image, and then upload image, select file. So I created 4 different ones here for those sections, so open. Okay, so I select the first one, which is photography, so select. Let's do the same with the second one, so change image, and this one could be drone footage, select. Do the next one here, so change image, so maybe 360-degree view. And finally, the last one is going to be video editing. Okay, so select. And now we can change the text here underneath. So there you go, perhaps something like this, As you can see, that looks very, very professional. And anyone landing on your website has no doubt whatsoever what it is that you do. Professional real estate photography, and you provide photography, 360-degree tour, drone footage, and video editing. So as always, from time to time, don't forget to click save. And all we have left now to do is to take care of our About Us section. So again, nice picture of yourself here and a bit of text. So let's select a picture together, change image. I found one here already. Okay, so select. But now as you can see, this is not displaying properly. So depending on the size of your picture, you might use those handles here to change the size, or you can go by the side. As you can see, you have the height. So this is what we need to change here. Obviously, the height is not right. And then basically use the slider here to change the image. And once you reach the right size, well, just leave it as is, okay? So maybe you could have it like this, okay? Perfect. Now, obviously, the image is maybe too big, so you might want to make it a little bit smaller. Again, play with those sliders here by the side, and this is basically how you can achieve the perfect result. So by the side, About Us, maybe you can type something else, maybe about me or my name or whatever it is, and then a little bit of background story about yourself here. So maybe something like this. So, hi, I'm Dave. So this is adding some personal touch, you don't feel like corporate-like. It's more like down-to-earth, a person talking to another person, And if you're looking for quick, professional-looking photos and videos that help your property stand out, you are in the right place. I specialize in real estate photography. That's not just high quality, but delivered fast and hassle-free. So whether you're a busy agent or a homeowner trying to make a great first impression, I'll make sure your listing looks its absolute best. So let's make your property shine and sell. So there you go. Now you're talking to both audiences, homeowners and estate agents as well. So that looks absolutely fantastic. And now let's scroll down the page and we have a big call to action button here, section, sorry. So talk to us and get in touch. So obviously you can use that either for a get in touch, which could be linked to your contact page and a contact form, or again, you can redirect them directly to your booking system, which should normally be our option here. So instead of talk to us, we could have perhaps something like this, let's go. So ready to take your listing to the next level with professional photography and video. No worries, let's make it happen. And then we have a book now button here again. So for this one, we can go back to the side here. We go to general, we go to buttons, call to action. As you can see, this is the link. And again, we're going to fetch our landing page from our business. So here, open in a new tab, fetch the URL, go back here and then paste it. Okay. And now the only thing left is to change the background image here. So again, click on the auto container, go back to the top. As you can see, I have style, change image, and then select any of those images. So I'm going to select maybe this one, an internal maybe picture inside the house. Okay, select. As you can see, again, no contrast between the text and the background. So we're going to add a background overlay. So overlay type, plain color, select white again, perhaps, and change the opacity to perhaps this one. You know what, for the footer section, let's go with a different color altogether. Maybe let's try maybe a gray color instead. And then we can change the text color instead. Okay, so here we're going to keep it like this. Perfect. And let's change this to white and white. So click on this. And by the side here, if you go to styling, now you can change the color. So let's select white. Okay, perfect. And the same with this one here. As you can see, if you select this, you can change the color. So this is the description, and we're going to change the font color. There you go. And that looks absolutely amazing. And you know what? I think we're going to go a shade a bit darker even. Let's go back here and maybe just about there. There you go. This is absolutely perfect now. So save changes, and that's us done with the home page. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. And let's go back to the front end. So we go back to the top. So we had the header here, nothing else. So we can refresh, make sure everything is displaying properly. Scroll down the page. And as you can see, that looks absolutely fantastic. So this is great. Now, clearly, we need to change our logo here as well. And I suppose we don't need all these different pages. That's really up to you, What I would do is to have the home page, the contact page, and perhaps as well the book now page, which is this one here with your work and all of that. Now, if you wanted to create another page, maybe a portfolio or something like this, we can do that together as well. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. We're going to take care of the contact page now. So again, the contact page is in case they wanted to ring you, send you an email, or maybe visit your premises if you want to add them here. And also a contact form, so they can send you maybe an inquiry that's related to your business, and then you can get back to them. Okay, so simply to increase your chances of getting more sales, obviously, So right here again, to change the content, simply click on this. I'm going to change the background, so style, change image, so select any of those images. So I'm going to go maybe with this one this time. Okay, so select. And again, as you can see, not enough contrast, so we go back here. We're going to add an overlay color, full color here. I'm going to go maybe with a gray color like this. Okay, perfect. So this is fine. And then to edit the content here, simply highlight it and then type your actual details. So mrweb.tv, and you do the same with your phone numbers, 0123345678 or something like this, and your address. Okay, you have the social media icons here. If you click on any of them, you can add a link, and this is the actual landing page to your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn account, and so on. So this one, I'm not too sure what it is. So maybe you want to replace this with something else. All you have to do is click on this and go to social and select any of those social media platforms. So maybe you have a YouTube channel. Okay, select your YouTube icon, insert, and again, add the link and copy and paste the address to your YouTube channel right here. And that's basically it. Okay, so this is basically all your contact details. And right here by the side, you can see you have a contact form. So for this one, you cannot edit directly from here. So now you can save your contact page. We're done with this. And to edit the content of your contact form, simply go back here. We go to share form, then all forms. And as you can see, if you have only one, it's easy. That's the one, 1785. But if you have more than one, you can find the ID here with the number 1785. And this is 1785. Okay, so now we can edit this. So normally a contact form, keep it simple, you know, name, phone number, email address, and message. I don't know if you need to add anything to this, you know. If you wanted to add anything, click on the plus sign. As you can see, you can add emails, multiple choice, checkbox, and all that. And all you have to do is drag and drop them here, okay? So that's very simple. Now you want to make sure that you will receive those inquiries. So this is the most important part of your contact form. As you can see by the side, you have form confirmation, email notification, and so on. So click on those three dots. Very good. So first, the form confirmation. So once they click submit, what do you want them to see? So thank you, or you can customize this, obviously, you know, thank you for your interest in our services. We'll be in touch with you shortly, or something like this. And then you go to email notification. So this is the most important one. Like I said, you want to make sure that this is going to reach you. So here you want to enable this. Obviously, make sure the status is on and click on the edit button here. So as you can see, this is the name. So admin email notification, and send the email to. So by default, it's going to fetch the email admin. So this is the one you have in your backend, in your WordPress dashboard. If you want to make sure it's going to reach you, type it manually. So hello@mrweb.tv. Okay. And now Control C and paste it here again at the bottom. Reply to. Okay. And then Control V. Now you can also CC and BCC that to any other email address that you wish. This is really up to you. And then we have the content, new form submission, and then the form title. So it could be maybe a new website inquiry. Now, if you're running multiple businesses, you know, new real estate photo website inquiry or something like this, if you want to be more specific, then you know where it's coming from, okay? And it's going to insert all the data. So that's basically all the fields included in the form. And then compliance settings. If you're based in Europe, you need to enable GDPR, obviously, you know, and then that's basically it. Okay, so let's click on this now and save. Very good. So let's go back to the front end. Click on contact. As you can see, we have the image related to real estate, contact us. And then you have our contacts here that we just changed. And then this is the form, okay? And now you can test it, obviously. So enter your details and send it to yourself. And there you go, we get a confirmation. Thank you. And now all you have to do is to reply to that email and you might get more sales. Okay, so now let me show you one of the best ways to turn visitors into buyers. So a lot of people will come to your website out of curiosity and might not purchase anything from you. Now I'm going to show you how you can turn 1 out of 7 visitors into a buyer by using a solution called OMNISEND. So as you can see, this is an all-in-one marketing strategy for WordPress. And thanks to it, as you can see here at the bottom, you will be able to increase your chances by over 47% higher conversion rate. So this is absolutely amazing, guys. Okay. So for this, we're going to go back to our WordPress dashboard again. We go to plugins, add new plugin, and right here, look for OMNISEND. Very good. So there's 2 different plugins available, one for WooCommerce and one for WordPress on its own. Now we are using WooCommerce on our website. So we're going to select this one here. So install now and then activate. Very good. Now we need to connect our store. So click on this. Very good. And now we need to create an account. So click on this button again and then fill out your details and make sure you select non-e-commerce. In our case, agree with the terms and conditions and then sign up. Excellent. So once you are registered with them, you'll be redirected to the dashboard. And now we can go back to WordPress and connect our account. Excellent. And then approve. And then it will fetch automatically our brand asset. So our logo and the colors on our website. So save brand asset. And again, the whole point of this exercise, as you can see, is that data shows that every 7th subscriber becomes a buyer. Okay, so this is what we're going to put in place. Now they have different steps here that you can follow. What we're going to do is basically cancel all these. I'm going to show you how you do that step by step. Okay, so I'll do this later. Confirm this one as well. This one as well. And again, this one. So we're back to the OMNISEND dashboard. So how does this work exactly? So we go back to our homepage here for a moment. So let's say someone lands on your page and they see this professional real estate photography, Dublin and surrounding area, and da. So let's say I am a real estate agent. I'm based in Dublin or nearby, and I'm interested. Obviously, I scroll down the page. I see all the services that you provide. Wow, this is great. This is Dave here. And then let's go. I can book now. So if I click on book now, and then I discover your prices and all that. Maybe I go ahead, maybe I don't. You see, maybe you want to offer them something more enticing. So right here, maybe in between this and that, you could have your OmniSend form to entice them and offer them maybe a coupon code or something like this on their first order, like 20% off your first order. And that's it. Done deal after this, okay? So let me show you how to implement this. So we go back to our OmniSend page here. And as you can see, you have different tabs here on top. So the first thing we need to do is to create a form. Again, this is a form that we will insert here on our page, okay? Once they fill out the form, you can create an automation. So basically, you will send an email containing that coupon code, okay? And once you've built up your audience right here, you can then create campaigns and set special offers maybe to your whole audience, to all those subscribed to your mailing list, okay? So first step is to create our form. Click on this, and then from here, click on View Other Form Types. Very good. So the aim now is to collect subscribers. This is our main goal in mind. And what type of form do you want to put in place? So you can see a pop-up, embedded, landing page, or flyout. In our case, is going to be embedded because we're going to insert this on our website, okay? So these are the available options. So feel free to select any of those. I'm going to go with this one here, for instance, unlock 15% off. In our case, we can just customize this to unlock to 20% off, okay? So use template. Very good. So this is the preview of our form. And here by the side is all the different items that you can use. You can see you can add an image if you wanted to, maybe some text, check boxes, drop down, and so on and so on. And here is the different steps. So first they have to fill out the form. And once they click sign up, what happens is the success page, okay? Nice to have you. As a thank you, you'll find 50% discount in your inbox. And if they are already subscribed, this is the message they'll see, okay? So let's customize this together. So unlock 50% off. So let's go maybe with 20, like we said, 20%. And right here underneath, sign up for our newsletter and enjoy 50% off your first order. So here we're going to say 20% of your first order, okay? Now, to be honest, I don't like the word order. So maybe you can change this to of your first professional real estate highlight package. So this is basically what we have to offer, So we can use this, okay? So let's go ahead with this. And then they'll have to enter their email address and then click this button here, sign up. So you might change this sign up to maybe receive coupon code or something like this, I'm just going to leave it like this for now. And then the success page, nice to have you. As a thank you, you'll find 15%, so 20%. And instead of discount, I'm going to put coupon code in your inbox, okay? Just like this. And then subscribe. I think this is fine the way it is. Now, obviously, you can change the color as well to match your branding. So at the moment, as you can see, it's mostly gray. But if you scroll down, you can see this is black. This is black. So it might fit nicely here in the middle without having to change the color. But if you wanted to do so, as you can see, the text color is right here. You can select any color you want, obviously, to draw more attention to it, okay? So I'm going to set green maybe for this one, okay? Then maybe the button here as well, button setting. And then you go to primary button, and this is the background color. And I'm going to select the green again. I think it's this one, is it? That's the wrong green. I think it's this one here. And now if you want to remove the border around it, you can scroll down a border color. You can remove the border altogether. Okay, so happy enough with this. So save and close. Very good. So as you can see, it is there. So it's not enabled yet, okay? It is saved as a draft because first we need to put in place the automation here. So we go to automation and then from here, click on explore all workflows. And right here, as you can see, I have welcome, cart abandonment, and so on. So in our case, it's going to be a welcome email. So we're going to send an email immediately once they've subscribed with their coupon code, okay? So I'll select this one, high order rate, so customize workflow. And as you can see, these are the different steps. So the first one is the trigger. So as you can see, once they subscribe to marketing, so there's different triggers, obviously, but in our case, is once they click subscribe or submit, they will then be registered and enrolled in this workflow. And then after this, what do you want to do? Do you want to wait a minute, maybe an hour, a day, a week, a month, or immediately? So maybe you want to send that immediately, maybe more efficient. And then what will happen? We will send them an email. So this is the email here. So welcome to, and then your account name, Here's a 10% discount off your first order to celebrate you joining us. So what we're going to do here is change this to 20%, obviously, in our case. We have the sender's name, so you're going to put your name here, website name. And this is the content of our email. Now you can fully customize this, so edit content. and then yes, save. And this is almost ready for us. As you can see, welcome aboard. We are stoked to see you've joined us. 10% off. So again, first customize this to 20%. Right here, we're going to enter the discount code. So where are you going to find the discount code? Well, we go to the WordPress dashboard, and from here you go to all businesses, and you have Mr. Web Photography. Click on this, and by the side find the section that says a coupon code. So there it is. Okay, and now we can create a coupon code. So give it a name. So this is the first order. So maybe let's type simply first order 20, just like this. Okay, you can enter a description if you wanted to. So what type of discount is this? A percentage or fixed? So this is percentage, 20% discount. Quantity is only once. Okay, and do you want to impose a minimum order? In our case, we'll leave it as is. Okay, excellent. So I'll go back here and fetch this, and now we can add. Very good. So we've created our coupon code now, and now we can use it on our OMNISEND layout here. So click on this. Instead of enter discount code, replace this with the actual coupon code, obviously, and then shop now. So if you click on this, you're going to replace the link. As you can see, it says account website. Remove this, and now we can insert our ordering form. Okay, so if you go back to the top, book now, fetch the URL, Control C, and then paste it here, Control V. Okay, and now if you want to create some urgency, you can maybe add an expiry. So expires maybe in 10 days or something like this, just to create some urgency in 10 days. And that's basically it. Okay, so when they see that, they say, oh, I better use it quickly before it runs out, and that's basically it. So this is your email done now. So you can finish the editing. Excellent. So now this is in place. So this is our trigger. We send the email immediately, and this is the content. So click update, and now we can start the workflow. Excellent. So as you can see, this is enabled now. So if you go back to your forms, now we need to insert that form on our home page. So let's go back here, and like we said, we are going to insert it between our services and the About Us section, which is absolutely great, So let's go back here, click on this, and I'm going to edit. And find here by the side the code, add code to your website. Okay, so copy this. And now we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to pages, and I'm going to edit the home page. Excellent. Scroll down the page and look at this section here. So we're going to insert that right in between. So if you hover in between those two, you'll see the plus sign. Click on this, and right there, look for HTML, just like this, okay? And then insert it. Very good. And here in that space, paste the code we just copied. Now save. Okay, let's go back here and refresh. Very good. So as you can see, it is not displaying now because we need to enable it. So enable form. Okay, stay on the free plan, continue. Excellent. As you can see, now it is enabled. If you go back here and refresh, now we have unlocked 20% off. Sign up for our newsletter. Okay, so look at this now. So you land here, beautiful image, professional real estate photography, Dublin and surrounding. If you are actually in Dublin or surrounding, you say, ooh, okay, very interesting. So what do they offer? Photography, 360-degree, drone footage, video editing. Ooh, lovely, yeah. And then immediately here, unlock 20% off. So that's on their mind now. And then, hello, I'm Dave. Oh, no, great. And then let's go. So as you see, guys, this is a very efficient way to increase your sales. So let's put this to the test. Okay, now that the workflow is in place, I'm just going to enter my email address here. So I'm just going to use, for instance, david.carey@gmail.com. And then let's sign up. Okay, nice to have you. As a thank you, you'll find a 20% coupon code in your inbox. And there you go. This is the email I received. So welcome aboard, 20% off, first order 20. So now I can copy this and go to the shop. Very good. And now when I place my order, I can book here, enter my coupon code. And there you go. As you can see, I saved $40 on my first order. And if you go back to OMNISEND, as you can see, we have a simple email capture. 2 people viewed it. 2 people submitted their email address. It's 100% submit rate, which is very good, And once you've built up your audience, once you get maybe 100, 200, 300 people subscribed to your list, you can create a campaign, obviously, and maybe send them a special offer, like special deal this weekend only, or something like this, confirm before end of the day, or something like this, and offer them a special package. And then this is how you're going to get more sales.